Hello everyone, it's Seth, probably better known as Saffron Olive, and it's time for another edition of Budget Magic. So a few days ago, on the bonus sheet for Shadows Over Innistrad Remastered, Wizards added one of my all-time favorite cards to Magic Arena in Lingering Souls. Lingering Souls, I just love it. It's such a sweet value card, it makes so many tokens. Most importantly, thanks to this new edition, we actually have the pieces to make a really sweet old school white-black token list on Magic Arena on a super cheap budget. So that's what we're playing today. We're heading to Historic to play 15 rare white-black tokens featuring Lingering Souls. I will apologize. I've been super sick lately, so if I sound or look kind of weird, it's because I've been trying to get over this sickness, but this deck was so sweet. The show must go on. I really wanted to play it. So let's talk about this deck real quick. Jump into some games, see if Lingering Souls can actually stand up in 2023. So Lingering Souls, one of the best cards a decade ago in 2012 Magic. 3 mana, you get 2/1/1 spirits, and then you flash it back for 2 mana to get 2 more 1/1 spirits. So for the low price of 5 total mana, and you can split it up between turns, you get 4 1/1 flyers. And the idea of our deck is to just overload on token producer so we can pay some powerful token payoff to close out the game. So along with Lingering Souls, Doom Traveler, when it dies, we make a 1/1 spirit. Legion Landing, one of only 2 non-land rares in our deck, comes into play, makes a token if we attack with 3 or more creatures, which our deck is really good at because so many of our cards put multiple bodies on the battlefield. Flips into a land that can make tokens. Raise the Alarm, 2 1/1 soldiers at instant speed. We talked about Lingering Souls. Battle Screech is kind of our backup Lingering Souls. For 4 mana, we get 2 1/1 birds with flying, and we can flash it back by tapping 3 untapped white creatures. The 2 birds are 2 untapped white creatures, so if we have any other creature, we do it all at once for 4 mana. So with Battle Screech and Lingering Souls, we got 2 different cards that for 4 or 5 mana can put 4 1/1 flyers on the battlefield. We also have Start Finish, which as a token producer is kind of janky. 3 mana instant speed, make 2 1/1 white warriors with vigilance, but it's also a removal spell. We can aftermath it from the graveyard, sack a creature, destroy a creature, so that makes up for the fact that the front half isn't that efficient. So that's our token production plan. Hopefully starting on turn 1, just adding these 1/1 bodies to the battlefield, eventually Lingering Souls, Battle Screech to make a ton of 1/1s, and then we just pump those 1/1s into real threats and close out the game. We have Intangible Virtue, maybe the best anthem in all of Magic. It is a little narrow because you have to be a token deck for it to work, but if you're playing a token deck, not only does this give all your creatures +1/+1 for 2 mana, it also gives them vigilance, so we can swing in with all of our 1/1 flyers that are now 2/2 flyers. But then if we need to chump block some big threat or whatever, we're going to have our creatures back on defense as well. Our other non-land rare in the deck, Wedding Announcement. You know this one from Standard. It makes some tokens, maybe draws us some cards, eventually flips around into another anthem. If you go back and look at our creatures, they're all 1/1s. And it's actually really hard to win a game of Magic with 1/1s, even if you make a lot of 1/1s, because it's just not that fast of a clock. But once we get an Intangible Virtue or a flipped Wedding Announcement, all of a sudden those 1/1s are 2/2s, or maybe we get multiples of these, and they're 3/3s, and then we close out the game with our flying token super quickly. Otherwise, removal, we talked about Start Finish, token production, and removal. Cabrilla Takedown, super good in this deck. It's a land that also deals damage, something equal to the number of creatures we control, since we have so many cards that with 1 card are putting 4 bodies on the battlefield. This is usually sniping pretty much everything in the mid game. 1 go for the throw, Deadly Dispute to cash in things that are about to die to removal, to draw some cards, essentially to fizzle targeted removal. The mana base, this is where most of our rares are. And the mana base is pretty functional for a budget deck. The one thing I would say, we're playing Godless Shrine and Isolated Chapel. Honestly, you can play whatever rare dual lands that you want in those slots. Like, if you have some Ortov duels in your collection that come into play on tap most of the time, like the Fast Land, even the Pathways, just play those instead. You don't got to run out and buy Isolated Chapel for this deck. It's really just an untapped dual land. So I wouldn't replace them with tap dual lands, like common or uncommon dual lands, unless you're really trying to get by in a budget. The deck really does want to curve out. But any of the rare dual lands are fine in those slots. As far as the sideboard, Anointer Priest, our tech for aggro, especially mono red, gaining us life when tokens come into play, Duress for control, some more removal, some graveyard hate, and that is white-black tokens for Historic. That's our budget Magic deck for this week, so let's jump into some games and see just how good Lingering Souls can be in 2023. Thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoy it, and I'll be back in a bit for the wrap-up. Need some Phyrexial will be one cards? Well, you can snag them from our sponsor, Card Kingdom, over at cardkingdom.com/MTGGoldfish. All right, budget magic time. We are playing some white-black Lingering Souls tokens in Historic this week, and mono GG already, opponent. You must be punished. If I sound horrible, that's because I'm still pretty sick. But this deck is sweet, and the show must go on. Doom Traveler, go. I really like this deck. It's so cheap, and Lingering Souls is just, it's a very nostalgic card. I love. There was a time when Lingering Souls was first printed. Block Constructed was still a thing. And there was this Lingering Souls Sorin block constructed deck, Monastery Swiftspear, that was probably the best deck I ever played. I think it was literally like a 80% win rate deck or something. It was absurd. They ended up banning it actually in block constructed, but as far as how good it was compared to the rest of the meta, it was ridiculous. Isolated Jab will go. Yeah, I guess we hit you for one. We got the Raise the Alarm. This is probably gonna go poorly. Opponent won the die roll and has 3 1-drops. And our hand is a hand that we want. We do have sweet sideboard tech for this matchup. Opponent Mountain and Reckless Impulse to draw some cards. Oh my god, more 1-drops and more card draw. Hi. Alright, well this might be a quick death. Monastery Swiftspear. Opponent goes attacking. Yeah, this is painful, but I think we got a double block. Like we got to get things off the battlefield. That's a lot of 1-drops. Down to 13. Oh, we got to play a 3-drop. Yeah, let's play Wedding Announcement. If we could get down the Intangible Virtue before we're dead, that would actually help us be able to block some of these little red dorks. Right now, we're just kind of chumping aggressively. And our opponent chaining together the card draw. Reckless Impulse. Torbrand, Bone Crusher, Giant. Well, those are kind of whiffs, actually. If our opponent doesn't have lands, they aren't going to be able to cast both of them. Opponent with the big attack. Let's keep trying to kill things. No spells, please. I mean, we are down to 7. Well, Lingering Souls, Godless Shrine. So if we can stay alive, next turn we can Lingering Souls Intangible Virtue. Oh god, more Swift Spears. Oh, and they can Bone Crush. Yeah, we might have to triple. Oh, we really need a token to live. Yeah, let's block 2. I think we're dying no matter what, but oh, they have lightning. Oh, jeez. Lightning strikes our face. Down to 4, down to 2. Well, play the land. Yeah, Intangible Virtue. Lingering Souls. I mean, we got defense now. All right, it might be too slow, though. Hit ya. Flip it. Come on, no burn. No burn. Yeah, all right, another Bone Crusher. Well, we almost stabilized. Our opponent had 5 1-drops on the play, and they just barely won. Now we get to bring in our super sweet tech, which is Anointer Priest for days. Anointer Priest so good against Mono Red. I actually think Mono Red should be an okay matchup, hopefully. I don't know, we'll see. Trim some expensive stuff, some slow stuff. Bring in the Anointer Priest. All right, on to game number 2. All right, we are on the play, which is pretty huge. All right. I mean, we're going to keep this. Both of our lands come into play tapped, which is awkward. But double Intangible Virtue means our tokens are going to be huge. Well, Cabrilla takedown go. We wouldn't mind drawing just an untap land. A Plains, perhaps. All right, opponent. Monofaces. Ooh, all right, there's untap land. Well, play the land. Let's just run out Intangible Virtue. Opponent. This is going to make our Raise the Alarms pretty... Ooh, oh my god, a Battle Screech. This hand's kind of absurd now. All right, Legion Landing. And our opponent didn't have a follow-up for their Saga, which is nice. Well, get the 2/2 lifelinker. Probably not going to happen, but... Oh, they hit our face. Okay. I mean, there's a chance we can flash in Raise the Alarm. So opponent play with Fire Face, gets to scry, and then flip the Legion's Landing, which would be pretty good. If we can do that, we probably just win next turn. Not literally win, but we will be so far ahead. All right, opponent has removal. Gonna kill the lifelinker. Sure. Goes to combat attacks. Well, Raise the Alarm. Block the Etchings. Or we can just draw land. Battle Screech is gonna be ridiculous here. Hit you down to 18. Battle Screech. And flash it back. And pass the turn. And 3, 6, 9, 12. Don't quite have lethal next turn, but I don't know how our opponent 17s us through this. They only got 3 cards in hand. Reckless Impulse, Lightning Strike, and a land. I mean, if our opponent has to spend Lightning Strikes, yeah, that's... They spent a whole card on 1/4 of a... 1/4 of a Battle Screech. Well, hit ya. Flip it. Down to 6. And this is what the deck can do. Intangible Virtue. The games where we have Intangible Virtue are so good. Opponent scoops it up. Well, we didn't even have to draw our secret sideboard tech. No Anointer Priest, no problem. All right, on to game number 3. Opponents on the play. Can we beat Mono Red with them being on the play? That's the real question. I mean, we're gonna keep this. We got the Anointer Priest. That's the card that's in our deck specifically for this matchup. Yeah, Cabria Takedown. Well, Godless Shrine tapped. Go. Opponent. Den of the Bugbear and Armor of the Wrench. Steals a... Oh, we actually like that Raise the Alarm. Steals a Raise the Alarm. Well, Isolated Chapel. I think we just got to kill the Robber here. We really don't want our opponent to start casting our cards. Swift Spear. Because of Anointer Priest, we're not as worried about falling behind on life. Yeah, get rid of this Robber before it can trigger. We probably just Wedding Announcement next turn, actually, and then try to get down Anointer Priest to the following turn. Opponent hits us down to 17. Doomed Traveler. We do want to get value out of the Anointer Priest. It does come back from the graveyard for 4 mana, but we would like to play in a way that we gain some life with it if our opponent can kill it. Opponent play with fire, scribes to the bottom. We get our Wedding Announcement token. Reckless Impulse to draw some cards. Saga and... Well, I mean, our opponent... This is a good draw. This looks like the draw we lost to in game 1, except we have the Anointer Priest, which hopefully... Well, we'll see. We'll see if it's enough. So we block, drop to 12. However... Ooh, Raise the Alarm is huge. Play the Anointer Priest. Pass the turn. Get a 1/1. Anointer Priest puts us back up to 13. Opponent taking up their Saga. I don't think we block with Anointer Priest. We don't want it to die to play with fire. About it. Lightning Strike. Well, in response, Raise the Alarm, gain a couple life. I mean, if they want to double Lightning Strike it, that's like gaining a bunch of life too. Wow. Okay, that is a win. That is a win. That's a lot of lightning bolts going at our creatures. We will double chump block. Opponent's out of cards. Block, and we can just get back the Anointer Priest. And flip it. And flip the Wedding Announcement to get it to 4 toughness. Yeah, I think we actually play Cabria Takedown as a land. And I think, yeah, let's just embalm our Anointer Priest. Get it back as a token. Gain a life back up to 17. And I think we might be good. Oh god, Annex. Well, we could get jinked out by Embercleave, maybe. Play the land, play the Doom Traveler. Deadly Dispute, the Doom Traveler. Draw a couple cards, get a token. Yeah, play the Doom Traveler. I think we just pass. I think we want to start finish to get the removal side in the graveyard here. Well, it would be nice to draw Embercleave. That would be an issue. Well, the Anointer Priest has done exactly what we were hoping it would do. Opponent with a huge attack. Well, let's start. Make a couple tokens. All the way back up to 20. All the way back up to 20 against Mono Red Burn on like turn 10 or something. Well, block. We're going to block in a way where even if our opponent has a spell, we should be able to pretty much kill everything except Annex and not risk our Anointer Priest. Because next turn we can Lingering Souls and flash it back and gain 4. I guess if our opponent has a spell to kill one of the tokens, they can save 1 Swift Spear. Opponent. Wow, just goes face. That's fine. So we get to kill everything but the Annex. Our opponent gets a bunch of 1/1s. Thankfully, they can't block. Wedding Announcement, eh? Can we start attacking? I think we can. Hit you down to 14. Lingering Souls. Gain some life. And then I think we should just get rid of Annex. I'm still like, it's not as scary now that we killed other stuff, but Embercleave is still a thing. Get rid of the Annex. Get another token from Doom Traveler. Starfinish is pretty sweet in this deck. All right, opponent. What do you got? Question's going to be how much do we block? They have the Castle Embreth, so they can technically trade up. But if we don't block, they can pump and hit us for a decent amount of damage. 1, 2... I don't really want to lose all of our flyers. Yeah, let's just kill 2 of them. This is enough that it kind of forces our opponent to Castle Embreth and not play their card. But we still get to keep most of our team. Oh, Intangible Virtues. An amazing draw here. Well, now we get to gain some more life. This Anointer Priest has gained us such an absurd amount of life. Run out the wedding announcement. Go attacking. I mean, the Intangible Virtue just closes out the game next turn. Opponent. A Crowin War. Alright, steals our Embalm, but, I mean, I guess we had lethal either way. Intangible Virtue. Hit ya. Kill ya. And that is the power of Anointer Priest into tokens, taking down mono red pretty convincingly. We got in game 1, but the other 2 games, pretty sweet. Sweet. All right, budget magic time. We are playing some white-black tokens in Historic this week, and 10 looks fine. About it, Blooming Marsh, and all right, hand's gonna get a little bit worse. I mean, you probably take Intangible Virtue. Usually enchantments are for most decks, the hardest type to deal with. Battle Screech comes back anyway. Ooh, Wedding Announcement's not bad. All right, Legion's Landing, go. One of our very few rares in this deck. Opponent. Oh, also worth mentioning, I'm sure I probably mentioned this in the deck tech. Wow, when you got a Fatal Push a token, it feels so bad. Well, Intangible Virtue. Worth mentioning, though, we're playing Godless Shrine and Isolated Chapel. Those are 8 of our 15 rares. Feel free to play whatever rare lands you have, as long as they mostly come into play untapped. Like, if you downgrade to uncommon... Oh, no, this thing. Opponent going to seize our wedding announcement. All right, so we have Boomerjund, which was without Urza's Saga. Then we had Zoomerjund, which was... with Urza's Saga. What generation is I'm playing busted alchemy cards that'll be nerfed soon, Jund? Opponent. Generation Z, maybe? Zemerjund? Opponent. Nothing to recast. Goes attacking. I mean, they don't have anything to recast, and we kind of want to keep our tokens for this Battle Screech. Opponent. Okay, so there's a little boomeriness in here, too. I do not know how a deck like Jund actually reliably beats us. So we go attacking. Like, Battle Screech is just so absurd here. Opponent continues to Fatal Push away small fractions of one of our cards. Battle Screech and Flashback Battle Screech. And we have 10 power of flyers. So good. So, like, Fatal Push is just like a joke against this deck. It is literally a joke. Pretty much all targeted removal is straight up a joke against our deck. Opponent. Wow. Oh, this is like definitely Zemerjund. Opponent gets in. Actually, no. What's after Gen? I don't even know the generations. We already have Gen Z. What's after Z? We're running out of letters. Does it go back to A? Opponent. Will it eventually curve back around to boomers? Like 200 years from now, will there be another boomer generation? Well, go to combat. Get in, hit ya. Flip it. Opponent. Down to 4. I mean, this is just like a joke of a matchup. I don't even think we flash back the Lingering Souls. Actually, you know what? Let's just do it. They shouldn't have a sweeper in the main deck. That is something to keep in mind. Like, if you expect the opponent to have sweepers, don't just cast everything into a potential sweeper. And opponent scoops it up. But main deck, I don't expect whatever the name of this build of Alchemy Jund is to have a sweeper. Well, we will. Bring in a little bit more removal. Those Alchemy 3-drops are pretty busted. We actually need to kill those. If they stick out, they can generate a ridiculous amount of value and run it like that. I gotta look this up now. What is the generation is after Gen Z? Oh, it does go back around to A. Alpha. Okay, so Alpha Jund. That actually makes perfect sense because it's A, just like Gen A Jund. A for Alpha and A for Alchemy. Okay, so Boomer Jund, Zoomer Jund, and then Gen A Jund. Well, we're gonna Jenny Mulligan this Zero Lander. I love all those Intangible Virtues, though. Intangible Virtue is one of the best cards in this deck. Like, the deck's actually pretty solid overall. Ugh. All right. Well, we got the low roll with our lands. Double Isolated Chapel's awkward, but this is, I mean, we're not going to go to 5. It's fine. A little slow. We could run Untap Land. Are we putting a 3-drop to the bottom? That's the safe bet. We could put Raise the Alarm to the bottom, but then if we don't draw land, yeah, let's put one of the Wedding Announcements to the bottom. Opponent. Inquisition. Take the Lingering Souls, opponent. Dare ya. Double dog dare ya. Takes the Wedding Announcement. That makes sense. Opponent. Abundant Harvest for a Seasoned Pyromancer. And a tap land. Oh boy. Well, we are off to the slowest of starts. Opponent. Untap land, and alright, runs out the Pyro. Well, we really need to draw land this turn. If we don't draw land, we are in a pretty bad... Oh boy. Another Wedding Announcement. Well, I mean, I guess we pass and Raise the Alarm, but yeah, we're kind of in a bad spot now. Opponent. Ooh, more... I guess our opponent's the token deck now. Seasoned Pyromancer number 2. Yeah. Sure. Discards Tarmogoyf Minskinboo. And gonna go attacking. Yep, down to 17. Well, we'll run out the Raise the Alarm. We're not gonna block, though. Our token's about to get better. Oh, not a land. Well, Tangible Virtue. Do some attacking. The combination of pumping and vigilance... Oh, Intangible Virtue so strong. Obviously, it's narrow. You gotta be a token deck, but... Is this the strongest Anthem ever printed? It might be. Just a random uncommon. But the combination is just so good. At 2 mana, no less. Opponent. Oh boy. Oh dear. Yeah, alright. You got us. You got us, Alchemy. The combination of no lands and our opponent being able to cast a graveyard is not very beatable. Let's just run it back. I mean, I think... We got the setup we want. We just need to hit our land drops. I still think this is a really good... I mean, decks like Jund have a hard time against tokens because they have so much 1-for-1 removal, which is just kind of a joke. You have to Cabrilla Takedown. Our opponent wouldn't Thoughtseize Cabrilla Takedown, right? Now I'm worried about getting mana screwed again. All right, let's get down the Legion Landing. I assume if they do Thoughtseize, they're not taking Cabrilla Takedown anyway. All right, there's the Thoughtseize. Sure. Takes the Wedding Announcement. Well, now we'll play Cabrilla Takedown and hit you for 1. Opponent. Are we Fatal Pushing the token? I mean, at least I guess this token you actually kind of dealt with most of a card with a Fatal Push. Against, like, Lingering Souls or whatnot, it's so funny. It's just like, it's so bad. I'll play the land, hit you for 1. Oh, wait. All right, yeah. I honestly don't even know if it's worth leaving in Fatal Push. Maybe they have to because whatever that alchemy card is, it lets them cast stuff from the graveyard, but it seems it's just so bad against cards that make multiple tokens. Well, start. Make a couple warriors. Ooh, Deadly Dispute's nice. That we like. That'll hopefully at some point be able to fizzle a Fatal Push. Opponent down to 13. And cycles a Triumph, sure. Opponent. Inquisition. Huh. Do we Deadly Dispute? Do we just let it go? We could Deadly Dispute into start finish off the treasure. Yeah, let's just start finish. Our opponent can choose which one to take. Do you want our card draw or our removal? Takes the card draw. Opponent. Untap land. Ooh. Alright. Well, okay. This is actually interesting now. Brotherhood End, on the other hand, is very good against our deck. While Fatal Push and Targeted Removal is horrible, Sweeper's actually very, very good. Huh. Oh no. Well, we get to kill that before it does anything. We really need to draw some token production here. Well, kill the Alchemy card. Apparently we're going to draw all the start finishes this game. I mean, that is 2 2/2s for 3 mana. Opponent. Masses. Well, let's get things started. Make a couple tokens. Draw even more lands. I'll go attacking. I mean, the nice thing about this is... Wow. Okay, Fatal Push. No. Okay, maybe Fatal Push will work. Maybe it will work. The nice thing about this deck is because of Lingering Souls and Battle Screech and cards like that, like, we're essentially one decent draw away from just taking over the game. Opponent gets in with Eye of the Eye Tyrant. They do get to start exiling our finishes. Come on, Lingering Souls. Lingering Souls. Ugh, or a Plains, alright? Come on, deck. Come on, deck. Eye of the Eye Tyrant. Opponent. Gonna go attacking. Hits us. It's a finish. Down to 13. Okay. Well, I mean, Raise the Alarm is... It's something. It's something. It puts a body on the battlefield, which is what we wanted. Not quite Lingering Souls good, but we will take it. Oh, what is this? Perilous Iteration. Wait, is that just a Gruul draw 2 for 2? That card seems absolutely busted. I mean, I guess you got to get rid of it at the end of the turn, but still, that seems kind of ridiculous. Opponent. Oh, this really is Generation Agent. Raise the Alarm, makes some 1/1s, Thoughtseize, fizzles. Well, we can... Ooh, alright. Doom Traveler is actually not bad here. I was gonna say we can finish this Gerals, but Doom Traveler makes it even better. Kinda makes it free. So, get rid of that, hit you for 2, opponent down to 5, and our opponent, I guess they can stay alive for one more turn with Hive, but they really need something. An opponent, GG, through the sweepers, through that, see, I mean, apparently, in a world of alchemy, with busted cards designed specifically to be good in this format, Lingering Souls, better than them all. Whose 3-drop is best? It's not this pile of Cursiuses and whatever the Gruul one is. It's Lingering Souls. Although Perilous Iteration does seem absurd. That card seems busted. Well, got him. Take that, Generation A. Sweet. All right, budget magic time. We are playing some more white-black tokens in Explorer, figuring out if Lingering Souls can actually be good on a budget on Magic Arena. And again, apologize for the stuffiness. I've been pretty sick lately. This hand looks pretty good. Nice curve, Intangible Virtue. No Lingering Souls, but can potentially flip the Legion's Landing. Ooh, Hallowed Fountain. All right, opponent might be Control. Well, Legion's Landing go. Against Control, having a bunch of flashback cards is pretty helpful. I don't know if we're going to run out. I really don't want to get Intangible Virtue censored. Hit you to 19. Let's just Doom Traveler. If our opponent wants to counter that, we are A-okay with it. Well, alright. Resolves and a Godless Shrine. Ship the turn. Alright. March of Otherworldly Light on the Doom Traveler. I mean, if our cards eat real counters, that's okay. Eating Censor, though, is brutal. Get in. Opponent. Ooh, Cycles a Shark Typhoon. Gonna trade with the token? Alright. Well, this does free us to play a Wedding Announcement. One thing about our deck is all of our creatures are 1/1s. So we really want Intangible Virtues and Wedding Announcements to make them a little bit bigger. Opponent. Much harder to close out the game if everything's literally a 1/1. Well, I don't think we attack this turn. I think we just pass. Could be another Shark or could be Wandering Emperor. Alright, Memory Deluge. Opponent does some digging. Sure. Is it Teferi time? No. Tap land. Alright, well, I mean, let's try to make some tokens. There's the censor. Sure. Well, out of all the things that could have gotten censored, I think that is the least impactful. Well, we will go attacking with both. Hit ya. We're going to do the same exact thing. We get to draw with Wedding Announcement, flip Wedding Announcement, and then start finish again during our opponent's turn. Okay. March of Otherworldly Light, but our opponent did have to 2-for-1 themselves. And we still... Ooh, Lingering Souls is nice. And we still got to draw the card. Opponent. Passing. Well, start. Resolves. Ooh, opponent might be out of counters. Yeah, let's... Intangible Virtue. If this resolves, we actually have a legit clock. And then I think we're going to wait instead of playing the second one. Because we should be able to attack, flip the Legion's Landing, and then Wedding Announcement. Okay. Snapcaster Mage. for March of Otherworldly Light. Okay. Goes for the Legion's Landing over the Intangible Virtue. That is a decision. Well, Intangible Virtue. I guess that makes sense if they have exactly Farewell. If they have exactly Farewell, that makes the most sense. Because they can't Farewell the land, but they can Farewell everything else. Well, go attacking. Opponent. Gonna make it Shark, which is just barely big enough to trade with one of our tokens. Well, yeah, let's Wedding Announcement. Sooner or later, we're gonna start drawing some lands. Deadly Dispute. I mean, opponent's down to 5. Technically, we have lethal on board here, and opponent scoops it up. All right. I think our opponent had Farewell in hand. I think they did, and they just could not find a land for it. Well, we're bringing in all the duresses. Maybe a Fracture. Go down the Go for the Throat. Go down to Start Finish. Maybe a couple Start Finishes. Start Finish is not super efficient unless we can use the removal part of it. If we're just using it for tokens, it's our worst token producer. Battle Screech is good, but it is a bit expensive against Censor. Yeah, let's try it like that. All right, on to game number 2 against Control. We are on the draw, although we did win game number 1. Well, Wedding Announcement's decent, and Duress is good. Yeah, we'll try this. All right, opponent, tap land. I actually think another land's not great. I actually think we wait in Duress next turn to make sure the coast is clear for the Wedding Announcements. Opponent, Field of Ruin. Oh, we draw another land. Well, play the land so we can pay for Censor, Duress you. What do you got going on over there, opponent? Oh dear. Test of Tail, oh boy. That's actually super good against us. Was not expecting Test of Talent, so there goes all of our Duresses. Okay. At least we didn't have any in hand, I guess. Although I guess we would have drawn a card anyway. Opponent plays the tap land. Well, yeah, I mean, we gotta play Wedding Announcement, but this is censorable. Yeah. Okay, not looking great. Opponent, Cycle Shark Typhoon, trying to find a land. Do they find a land new? Well, now we get to get down Wedding Announcement. Pass the turn. Portable holds the token. Opponent heads us down at 19. Well, play the land, Intangible Virtue. We really just, if we can start resolving these Deadly Disputes, then we're off to the races. Opponent plays a land. Passes. Well, hit in with the 2/2. Opponent's gonna block. Wow. Opponent has the sideboard tech. Good God. Test of Talents are Duress, Heliod's Intervention, Wedding Announcement, and Intangible Virtue. Yeah, that is brutal. That is brutal. Do we want to sack this? I think we let it go. We can just play another Wedding Announcement. Play the tap land, pass the turn. If our opponent untaps and goes land to fairy, though. Alright, land to fairy, though. Opponent gonna draw a card. Yeah, things are looking grim. A 1/1 verse to fairy and a handful of cards is not great. Another land. Well, nug to fairy for 1. Play the tap land, pass the turn, get a token. Opponent draws with Teferi. Supreme Verdict. Well, alright, Deadly Dispute. Sack the token, draw some cards. This isn't that bad. Deadly Dispute. Sack the token, so we get to refuel. Draw some cards. Ugh, those were not great cards. Raise. Oh. This is why you don't play Magic while you're sick. Oh my god. Shame scoop. Shame scoop. We did everything right. Oh, I blame the sickness. We did everything right. We sacked our stuff to draw cards, but then we should not have flashed in that raise the alarm. We needed that after the wrath resolved. I'm gonna get so yelled at. Sickness, be kind, chat, be kind to the shame scooper. Isolated chap will go. Well, Cabria, and this time we're gonna run this Duress out. We already saw Test of Talents. Opponent's got 1 land, but a handful of action. We need to redeem ourselves for that shame scoop. I think we take the Search for His Contest. Seems like our opponent was counting on that, turning into a land. A Jano. Ooh. Yeah, play the plains, pass the turn. So we can raise the alarm. If our opponent counters it, then we can get down the wedding announcement. All right, opponent lets it go. Doom Traveler. Well, Doom Traveler has some upside here. It might be bad enough that our opponent doesn't bother to counter it. Doom Traveler. I mean, I guess I can't veto it anyway. Well, now we're kind of looking for a... Yeah, let's play the Cabrera. Take down. Now we're kind of looking for a window to Deadly Dispute, preferably in response to our opponent trying to kill one of our things. Opponent untaps. Yield of Ewan. And passes. Well, we will never complain about Lingering Souls. That is the reason we're playing the deck. All right, Intangible Virtue. Go ahead and counter it. Yep. I mean, that's going to happen sooner or later, I think. Go attack and hit ya. Down to 15. With a Teferi in hand, even if they tap out, they get to untap and leave up the veto. Ooh. Alright, March of Otherworldly Light. Well, this is a juicy Deadly Dispute target. Draw some cards, sack the Doom Traveler. Ooh, find another Intangible Virtue. Okay. I mean, at this point, we're not even super scared of Teferi. Like, in theory, we just Intangible Virtue kill it. Ooh, opponent's missing lands anyway. Supreme Verdict. Annoying. Well, play the land. Untapped. Well, we definitely want to get down Wedding Announcement. The question is, what else do we do? Wedding Announcement. Leave up Raise the Alarm? Like, we got to make sure we can kill the Teferi. That's the main goal. I guess we can just Lingering Souls. Yeah, that's fine. Let's Lingering Souls. This sets us up to maybe play everything next turn. If we draw a land, we can Virtue, Flashback, and Raise the Alarm. All right, opponent going to Snapcast a Mage for March. I wonder if Snapcaster will be good in Historic. I kind of hope so. I miss Snapcaster being good in Modern. March of Otherworldly Light. Sure. Well, opponent had a 2-for-1 themselves again. Deadly Dispute's sweet. Well, playing the land, go to combat. Do we swing with the Ground Dork? Yeah, I mean, I guess... Yeah, might as well. I'm sure it's going to trade with the Snapcaster, but whatever. Opponent down to 11. This Raise the Alarm's big. Opponent to Teferi. I think the Raise the Alarm means that we're good. We should be able to just kill this Teferi. Flash in the Raise the Alarm. Opponent draws a card, untaps. Oh, I think we are going to take a turn off of attacking our opponent, though. This might be too much fear of Teferi, but you can't let your opponent untap with Teferi. Doom Traveler, go. Not going to flash back the Lingering Souls in case there's a Wrath. We want to save some resources to close out the game if that happens. Well, we will accept more Raise the Alarms. Opponent, this is another March. They're hovering the Intangible Virtue. Ooh, opponent just takes it? Wow, okay, opponent down to 2. Are we just beating this control deck? Opponent draws 2, sure. Untaps. I mean, they need multiple cards. They need a Wrath, and they need to deal with the Doom Traveler token. Narset. And they need to deal with a Raise the Alarm. Well, you know what? Let's draw some cards here. I think we just got it, though. So, Doom Traveler, sack. Get a treasure, draw some cards. All the instant speed token producers in our deck actually make the control matchup way better than you'd think. Assuming you're not shame scooping. Sometimes being instant speed's a drawback because you can flash them in response to your opponent's wraths. An opponent scoops it up, and I mean, we just kind of crushed the Teferi control deck. Maybe budget tokens are like legit. We're killing them. We're killing them. Lingering Souls in 2023. Well, that was pretty good. That was pretty good. All right, budget magic time. We are playing some more white-black tokens in Historic, and 5 lands is too many, even though they are the beautiful Sunflower Plains. This is better. Put a land to the bottom. Doom Traveler plus Deadly Dispute's nice. Good way to undo our mulligan a bit. Opponent. Tap land. Mardu, eh? Do not see that many Mardu decks. Well, hitch over 1. Pass the turn. Insolent Neonate. Alright, some sort of graveyard deck, I guess. Madness? Oh, it's probably a Madness deck, actually. We got a bunch of new Madness cards in Shadows Over Innistrad Remastered. That would make sense. Alright, sack the Doom Traveler. Get a 1/1, draw some cards, get a treasure. Ooh. Well, play the land. Let's just run out Intangible Virtue. Go to combat. Hit ya. We get to leave up Deadly Dispute again if our opponent has a Fatal Push or something. Or a Fiery Temper. Opponent tap land, sure. And, wow, alright. Discards a land, sacks the Neonate. Well, I mean, hit you for one. I guess or for two. I guess we're going for it. Battle Screech. And then flashback, Battle Screech. That treasure from the Deadly Dispute's actually paying off here. And 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. I mean, we just have lethal next turn with this Intangible Virtue. GG. I mean, our opponent could have a sweeper or some removal. Opponent. Wow, scoops it up. Yeah, apparently 5 2/2 flyers. Too good. A Soul Guide Lantern. I mean, so all we saw was Insolent Neonate. The question is, what are they doing with it? Mardu really makes me think Madness. I think, and Soul Guide Lantern, Graveyard Hate doesn't do anything against Madness. If they're using Neonate to like discard Madness cards, it doesn't do anything. Duress, maybe we try a Duress. Maybe we just have a good setup. Like, if they're Madnessing, all of our 1/1s are going to be pretty good against their targeted removal. So let's just, yeah, basically run it back. We just didn't get enough information, really, to really know how to sideboard. Our opponent just didn't do anything. All right, opponent's on the play. Well, this hand's pretty good. Hand's pretty good. Opponent. Tap land. Well, land and Legion's Landing. Go. Opponent. Isolated Chapel. Big day for the Isolated Chapel. Ooh, Vanishing Verse. Okay. Well, play the land. Get in, hit ya. And pass the turn, I guess. Opponent. Clifftop Retreat. And Restoration of Ajano. That's kind of cute with Madness. Opponent gets the planes. Well, play the planes. Hit you for 1. And yeah, I think we just wait. We can start finish. Opponent. Gonna do some discarding. Oh. Portal to Phyrexia. Okay. Faithless Looting. Oh, so actually our opponent's oh dear. Should have brought in those Soul Guide Lanterns. Should have brought in those oh no, and an Atraxa. Okay. Yeah. Well, now we hope they don't have reanimation. I mean, if our opponent can reanimate, they will win. Yeah, we gotta do it. Putting more creatures on the board into a portal is a bummer, but we can't just do nothing. They'll get and hit ya. And I think, yeah. So we can pass in Deadly Dispute, but I think we got a Lingering Souls. We kind of want bodies left over. If there is, I mean, I guess if they portal, the odds of us winning this game are very low. In theory, we can finish the Atraxa, but our opponent would have drawn infinite cards. All right. Repair, recharge. Gets back the portal. We will sack some tokens. We draw a wedding announcement. We'll play the land. Yeah. All right. Well, Lingering Souls. I guess our best bet here is hope that somehow this Atraxa like whiffs. Hit you to 13. Make a token. Like maybe there's some world where we can kill the Atraxa and maybe oh dear. Okay, that's a pile of pretty good cards. Yeah, that's definitely not a whiff. So our chance to win would be like kill Atraxa, hit ya, draw another removal spell, kill Atraxa, maybe have an Anthem and just beat you down. Opponent gonna run out Crucius, get in, hit us, sure. This is a big draw. We gotta top deck something here to have any shot. Opponent. Legion's Landing. Yeah, we can't beat this Atraxa in this setup and this handful of cards. Well, okay. Now we know. We want Duresses. We want Soul Guide Lanterns. It's not Madness. I think Shadows Over Innistrad Remastered tricked me. Because I was thinking that would be a Madness deck because of that, but no. It is definitely straight up Reanimator. Trim some slow stuff. Like really, the question's gonna be can we stop the reanimation? If we can keep them from reanimating, we will win. But can we stop it? Because once they get an Atraxa, it's pretty much over. All right, we will play first. This hand is fine, but super fair. Yeah, I think we. Says one. Okay, we got a Duress at least. That is a piece of interaction. Put Intangible Virtue to the bottom, I think. Opponent. Ooh, wow. Doing some very aggressive mulliganing. Trying to find their wombo combo. Okay, this hand's not bad. We do need to hit a land, but duress into Lingering Soul's Intangible Virtue. Yeah, that's a land. Yeah, let's just do it. Opponent mulligan all the way to 4. Vanishing Verse or Restoration. So Restoration lets our opponent get something in the graveyard. Vanishing Verse actually can interact with Intangible Virtue. That's our opponent mulligan so much. I think we take the Vanishing Verse. I think we take the Vanishing Verse and just try to kill them before they draw out of their mulligan. Well, okay, Faithless Looting. That is a good one. Could use a Soul Guide Lantern. Come on, no portals, no Atraxas. Actually just pitches the Restoration. Interesting. Wedding Announcement's very powerful, but it's also slow. I think we run it out though. Getting it out early is nice because that means it'll flip earlier. Opponent. Wow, triple Triome. Well, go to combat. Hit you for a 1. Are we gonna hold on to the takedown? They could have like Crucius. Yeah, let's play it. I think this is fine. So we get a token, Fable of the Mirror Breaker. We can flash out in the start finish, make some tokens. We actually get a clock going. Ooh, Legion's Landing's also not bad. So Legion Landing, yeah, let's Intangible Virtue. Legion's Landing. Go to combat. Flip it. Hit you for a bunch. And our opponent needs to be able to reanimate pretty quickly here. We are definitely presenting lethal. Ooh, okay. Just a Neonate discarded. That's fine. Faithless Looting. Flat. I think we got it. We can even finish a blocker if we need to. Opponent. Discard. So there's the portal, but our opponent, yeah, a little too late. Whew. Well, that is a scary matchup, but token clock fast enough. Very good at killing opponents on the Moldifor. We learned that. Sweet. All right, budget magic time. Playing some more pretty much undefeatable white-black Lingering Souls tokens in Historic, and we have been on a run. We have went almost through. We went through half a platinum without losing a match, which is impressive. Opponent leads on a mountain. Maybe burn. Well, Doom Traveler. Go. Opponent untaps mountain and fearsome whelp. Okay, so some sort of dragon deck apparently. Beginning your upkeep, dragons perpetually cost 1 less to cast. Yeah, I mean, we would like to be developing our board, but that thing probably scary. We don't want big dragons coming down. Opponent forest and smoldering egg. Sure. And Volt Surge. Alright, Doom Traveler down. Well, our opponent is on some sort of spicy brew. Wedding Announcement. Get in at ya. Make a dork. Mountain for our opponent. And Dragonfire. Okay. Three counters on the smoldering. It is smoldering. It's getting there. Minion of the Mighty. Okay. I see where this is going. The Minion of the Mighty meme deck, when it works, it is one of the, I think it still might be the fastest kill on Arena. But when it doesn't work, whew, it is a 0/1. Opponent. Thundering Rebuke. Sure. Kills a token. I mean, with only 1 card in hand, this isn't that frightening. Like, Minion of the Mighty, you need a pump spell to get it up to 6 power, and then you need a dragon in hand, so it seems unlikely that we're going to die right now, and we're about to flip this Wedding Announcement, and all of our stuff's going to get big. Seems likely that our opponent is about to die next turn, maybe? I guess I can live 1 more turn, unless we draw something. Wow, opponent just passes. Okay, well, Isolated Chapel, and wow, we got the GGs. Well, GG to you, opponent. GG to you. Opponent blocks. I mean, they're not literally dead here, right? They take 10? Yeah, they go to 2. Well, let's just play another Wedding Announcement. Pass the turn, draw a card, and opponent scoops it up. And yeah, when Minion of the Mighty meme doesn't work, it's pretty Pretty brutal. I mean, I guess we want to go for the throats, because we do want to keep Minion of the Mighty from accidentally wrecking us. Maybe go down to Doom Traveler? Yeah, let's try something like that. All right, opponent. Show us the power of the Minion of the Mighty. Show us the power. Oh, and opponent scoops it up. Well, all the way to Diamond Tier 2. We'll take it. Oh, yeah, tokens. Too good for dragons. We learned it. Sweet. So what did we learn this week about white-black tokens in Historic on a 15 rare budget? And overall, the deck kind of killed it. We went on a heater going from the bottom of Platinum through the middle of Platinum without losing a match, which is kind of ridiculous. Overall, I've been playing the deck a little bit for fun as I've been sick, and ended up going 11-7 overall with the deck, which is, what, 61% match win percentage, which is a really solid match win percentage for a super budget friendly and super unique deck. I haven't seen anyone else playing this deck, so I think Lingering Souls certainly showed that it's still a very good card even in 2023, especially if you build around it. Like, the combination of Lingering Souls and Battle Screech and all the other token producers with the anthems works really well. I love that all of our removal is attached to other effects, like Start Finish gives us token production that is also removal, or Cabrera Takedown, a land that's also removal. So the deck's very synergistic. It's super good against mid-range and control. Like, against mid-range and control decks that are trying to one-for-one us into oblivion, the deck's so good. It just laughs at fatal pushes, any targeted removal, because we have cards that are, for one card, are putting 4 bodies on the battlefield. So with single target removal spells dealing with like 1/4 of one of our cards, it's just hilariously bad. On the other hand, where we can kind of struggle is fast combo decks like the Is It Wizards deck. This just kind of comboing off super quickly. It's just doing too much too quickly for us to keep up with. So fast combo can be rough. We got to see mono red. The deck actually is really good against mono red. We can block for days, and Anointer Priest is hilarious as a way out of the sideboard to deal with that deck. But anyway, I love the deck. I love Lingering Souls. If you're looking for something to play on a budget that's super fun and pretty competitive, I would definitely recommend white black tokens. But I'm going to stop rambling. I'm losing my voice. I'm going to go lay down. Thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will talk to you soon.